What's up, everybody? It's your girl Q1, and I am back with another throwback. I will try to give y'all all 5 seasons of Soul Food, the series, the Showtime series. So what I'm going to do is try to catch up with episodes 1 to 8. I'm going to try to do this every day, and when they drop a new episode weekly, I'm going to give it to y'all weekly. That way, I won't burn myself out. All right. Woo. All right. This was a lot in episode 1. So, this may be a lengthy review. Okay. This one right here is going to be lengthy. Anyway, season 1, episode 1, The More Things Change. So we get Ahmad. He's narrating this, just a short few. So y'all, it's been 5 months since Big Mama has passed. And the family still gather at Big Mama's house, of course, every Sunday for, Sunday meals. And he was, Bert and, Terry have the house on the hill. Max and Stupid Kenny, they have their own place with the kids. And Bert and Lim, she's pregnant with Jeremiah. They live in Big Mama house with Uncle Pete. Is it Uncle Pete? Uncle Pete. And so he was like, I wonder if they get bored there. So we get it with Bert and Lim. And Bert is due any day now, and Lim has set the tone for her. He set the mood, running a bubble bath for her, playing Maxwell. He got, I guess, the sparkling cider, the water running for her. The whole time, Lim want Bert to, okay? And Bird was highly offended. And she was like, we could be doing other things. He was like, I feel like that's all you can do. She was like, nah, we can do better things. Okay? So he sit her down and he started to rub her feet. And she, he was like, you're so beautiful. And I just miss, what he said? And I just miss being with you. Because I guess they are not, because she's closer to her due date. And so he sit down with her, kiss her toes, and just kind of relax her. And then that's when he gets her in the mood. So she tells him to get up, and she do her big one. All right. So while this is going on, the water is still running. Okay, she's sitting on the tub. He's standing up. The water's still running. Y'all already know what's going on. And so while she doing her big one, her water broke. So that panic, he panicked. Ain't nobody turned the damn water off. Why ain't y'all turned off the water? Okay. So he didn't turn the water off. So they head down to the hospital. Bird hooting and hollering, looking for Max and Terry. He was like, I ain't call him yet. She's screaming, call Max and Terry. So he called Max. He called Max. She all snuggled up with stupid ass Kenny, and they ain't answer the phone. So Ahmad answer the phone. He come down, give the phone to Max. So he get the call. Bird in labor. Max starts screaming, and everybody gotta go. They gotta find a babysitter for the little ones, for Kelly and the little baby. Okay. So he called Terry. Terry on the bike working out. And he was like, Terry, this Lim, Bird in labor. This hoe gonna say, who is this? Terry, don't be an asshole. Okay, don't be an ass. So Lim was like, who gonna call you and say, Terry, this Lim, Bird in labor? So then she gonna say, well, did you tell them what she's allergic to? This hoe. Okay? Like, it ain't even been long and that lady done pissed me off. Okay, y'all, I'm literally feel like I'm watching this for the first time because I ain't seen it in years. So then he called Miles. And y'all know Miles, Cousin Fate. Okay? Shout out to Cousin Fate. Okay? So he called Miles because Bird wanted him there. And I just feel like y'all not honoring Terry's wishes. I don't like it. So y'all, Terry sees Miles because everybody done made it to the hospital at this point. Terry sees Miles and she asks, who called you? And as Miles was trying to explain, she cut him off and she was like, whatever, and she walked off. So, of course, baby Jeremiah has made it into the world, and Bert was like, well, we can name him Lim, and it was like, nah, not if you want him to get beat up. Don't do that. So they decided to name him after their dad, Jeremiah. And so Lim was like, that's cool. I'm glad Lim didn't get no pushback on that, because, you know, I was cool. Everybody was cool with it, so I was cool with it. Hold on, y'all. So, Terry, it's the next day, and Terry is at work, and Damon walked into her office. This is the first time we meet Damon, and y'all know he's the delivery guy. Okay, Damon, if y'all don't know, if you never watched it, Damon is Boris Kodjoe. Okay, and he was delivering a package to her. Okay, she signed the package, and he left out. So in the next scene, Bird and Lim, they finally make it home from the hospital, and then Terry and Maxine they all make it to Big Mama's house, and Lim walk into the house. Well, first they was going up the stairs. Uncle Pete was sitting outside with his suitcase, and he was saying, I don't want to get wet. And they was like, get wet. So they walk in the house, water everywhere, water all over the place. Okay, if Uncle Pete has Alzheimer's, who goes and check on Uncle Pete when y'all gone all the time? Okay, I was Lim at the hospital the whole time, and why don't y'all send Uncle Pete the respite care? It's the questions that I have. Okay, anyway, Lim forgot to turn off the bath water, because I remember I told you he never turned it off when Bird was in labor. So she was in the hospital for a couple of days. I don't think Lim came home, but he might have did. I don't think he came home, because he would have known that water was still running. So the house was flooded to the point where the bathtub kind of fell, like the wood, everything fell down to the first floor. And so, of course, they couldn't go stay with Kenny and Max because it's too full over there. So they had to go stay with Terry for a while until the house get back together. Ahmad starts prep school, and he is on a voucher. Ahmad is embarrassed because he don't want his friends to know that he is in prep school. I don't understand that, but okay. So we see the sisters, they back at Big Mama's house trying to salvage some things and clean it up, and Terry is having a moment of grief. She wants to save the table where they sit and eat, but Bird and Max thinks that she should throw it away. She tells them, this is the problem with y'all two, y'all always give up. Max was like, what is that supposed to mean? Terry tells her, you settle for anything life hands you. So Max tells Terry, so working 8 hours, you work 8 hours, so you don't have to deal with why 2 of your marriages fell apart. Max, you always want to throw in Terry's face. Okay? This is my problem with Max. You always want to throw in his lady face like you ain't still her nigga and married the nigga and had 3 babies by the nigga. Okay? You be pissing me off. But whatever. Okay? So, Max tells Terry, you know, if you can't control nothing, you don't want it. That's why you can't keep a man. Once again. Why? You can keep a man? Who wants Kenny? Okay? You mean that you get to throw in her face that she couldn't keep Miles. Miles was a cheater. Miles slept with y'all cousin. Y'all cousin. And you get to throw that in her face? That is wild to me. Go to hell, Maxine. Okay? Anyway, Terry tells her it's amazing that you have 3 amazing children. But, the sisters decided that they're gonna, they're gonna keep the table, they're gonna salvage it, and they help Terry with the table. So it's Sunday dinner. Bird wants to help them in the kitchen. We have to have Sunday dinner at Terry's house because Big Mama's house needs to be taken care of. And Bird can't cook. Okay? Bird can't. No wonder nobody ain't come to Miss Thang's house. Bird can't cook. Miss Thang can't cook. So she can't cook. So Terry and Max, to me, I feel like they're just alike. Terry is still mad at Max because Max called her controlling the other day. It's true. Terry is controlling. They bombard, they controlling, they nosy, they overstep, they do the most. But hey, everybody have their reasons why. Anyway, Max asked Terry if did she mind if Miles come over, and Terry was like, why? This is Terry's house. We're having dinner at Terry's house. You already invited Miles. And so she was like, why? And Max was like, because Ahmad invited him. Well, Ahmad's ass needs to uninvite him. And you need to have a conversation with your son. Okay? That's y'all, again, overstepping. But because Terry is a people pleaser, she's going to allow it. Okay? And y'all cross the boundary. I think I just said that. Overstepping y'all damn boundaries. So, once again, Max. She then tells Terry, I remember you, she then tells Terry, well, it's your call. Y'all done already invited the nigga over. He might be up the street at the light. Okay? So she was like, it's whatever. So Max tells Terry, yeah, you still love him. And she was like, no, I don't. And Max proceeds to say, well, I remember you told me the first time you cried, you told me you cried the first time y'all boned. And I was like, as if that means something. Max, that don't mean nothing. That was a long, long time ago. I was like, Max and this damn pick-me behavior is gonna work on my damn nerve. Okay? Anyway, so everybody at the table shooting and talking and whatnot. Lem asked Lion-ass Kenny if he hired somebody for the second tow truck. He asks, hey, I can work for little or nothing. And Kenny tells him, I'll let you know what I can do, if I do hire somebody. Then, stupid ass Kenny, to change the subject, he proceeds to ask Miles. He proceeds to tell Miles to thank his band manager for hooking him up with the towing account. He was like, what's her name? Sherry. And automatically Terry is pissed because she feels away because Sherry was probably another woman that Miles used to. Okay. So Ahmad tells Max, why? Because Terry and Miles are getting into it. So Miles feels like this is the proper time for him to tell his mama that he was suspended from school. So he decided to tell his mama he was suspended. Max snapped. So Jeremiah is crying. Bird goes to the back to get Jeremiah. Terry follows Miles out the door because he decided he wanted to leave. Jeremiah isn't breathing, and it just go up from here. Max gets Jeremiah breathing, so now they have to all go to the hospital. So everybody made it to the hospital. Of course, Ahmad, wait here. It's always that. Okay. So anyway, next day, Damon stops at Terry's office again to ask if she's attached to anyone. And he asked her, on a date Saturday, upcoming Saturday. She asked him, has he ever thought about being an attorney? And I'm like, girl, the nigga asked you to go on a date. You asked him if he wanted to be an attorney. He was like, that would have made my father happy, because y'all know his daddy wanted him to be an attorney and he turned it down. Anyway, she actually turned him down for a date, but he took his card and he put it in her suitcase while she wasn't looking. I was like, Lord. But here we go. Kenny goes to the school to talk to the principal about what Ahmad got in trouble for. Ahmad got in trouble for writing on the school's bathroom, I hate this in school. Really, Ahmad? Anyway, in the next scene, Bird has this moment where she visibly see herself having a conversation with Big Mama, laying on Big Mama's lap. Big Mama tells her, listen, why worry if you're going to pray, and why pray if you're going to worry? And another thing, wear your skirts a little longer because you are a mom. So this is the bullshit we be talking about, Big Mama. Okay? This is why we don't like you. Okay? You be doing too much. But whatever. So Lim is still trying to find a job. He goes to Kenny and he tells Kenny, look, I just put an application in damn McDonald's and nothing. So Kenny tells him he can't hire him, and Kenny wanted to give him a loan, which tells me that you didn't want to hire Lim because Lim has a record, because you was too eager to give him a loan. Again, that's just what I think. So Ahmad is shaking like booty meat at this point, because he is having a dream that his mom is beating the dog shit out of him because he got in trouble at school. So he wake up screaming. His daddy come in there, wake him up, and he have a chit chat with his dad. And he goes back to sleep. He asks his dad to lock the door. And in the morning, his mom comes in. And his mom tells him, listen, I had a conversation with your dad. She told me y'all talked last night. And she proceeds to give him a journal and was like, anytime you want to express yourself, write in this journal. Do not write on the wall. And that was that. And I can respect that. So Terry is at the hospital and she's doing, she's working or whatever. And she pulls out Damon's card. She started to chuckle. Bird asked, what was that? And she was like, you all in my business. And she was like, I am. Okay, what was that? And she was like, well, it was just some guy who asked me out. And she was like, what did you say? And Terry was like, I said no. Bird was like, of course you said no. Okay? And she was like, but it's okay for you to say yes. It's okay for you to go out with somebody that makes you smile. So back at the doctor comes up, and the doctor tells Bird and Lim that they can finally bring Jeremiah home, because he was in the hospital for quite a while. So Terry finally goes on a date with Damon, and he asks, why did you say yes? And she was like, because I don't say yes enough. And as she's ending the date, as she's kissing Miles, you hear a voice say Terry. Not kissing Miles. As she's kissing Damon, you hear a voice say, as she's kissing Damon, you hear a voice say Terry. It's Miles. And this was awkward for Terry, because of course she's never done this. So she gets up, she gets in her car, and she immediately stopped the date, and she gets in her car and she leaves. So the doctor said, the date, it was awkward, and I'm sorry y'all, she gets in the car and she leaves. So Lim goes to his cousin and asks his cousin for a loan. Of course, his cousin is out there in the world, but his cousin wants him to work for him. He tells him no, because He tells his cousin no. He was like, I have a family. I can't just be doing what you need me to do. And I was like, I swear, people do not mean you no good. You know this man have a family. You can't just loan him money until he get on his feet. You just want him to do shitty shit because you are a shitty person that is out here doing shitty shit. Okay? That's how I feel about it. So Terry goes to Damon's house because she had his card, and she goes to let him know that Miles is her ex-husband, and she just wants us to be honest with him. And so we're just gonna skip all the pleasantries. The way she let him clap his cheeks, it was much needed. I wasn't mad at it. And Lim is still sitting. I was happy for her. Shout out to Terry. All right. So Lim's cousin offers him the money and puts him in a position and says, so are you gonna work for me or not? And I'm looking at Lim. I really don't remember if he did or not, but I'm looking at Lim like, don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. Anyway, this where the episode ended. Y'all let me know if this is what y'all want. I'm hoping that I can continue with this and YouTube don't try to strike me or nothing like that. But anyway, this is your girl Kiwan reminding you to keep growing, keep showing up, stay true to yourself, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.